a beautiful day in the neighborhood. We're in Pennsylvania and we're leaving from my parents' house to go to New York. So why are we so fancy? Like a fancy feast.
Because we're going to a wedding. The wedding feast.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. I knew that it was going to be a little bit warmer in Chicago, but it is. It's so nice. It's a harsh winter. Beautiful blue skies. Open roads. I wanted to go to Chick-fil-A for lunch to get some chicken nuggets. But then this guy over here, he decided to take a year and a half to write in a wedding card right before we're about to leave.
I was doing something else last night.
He was editing our video, so I guess I can't be that mad. At least he has a valid excuse, but still, now because of him, we couldn't get our chicken nuggets. Shame, shame.
Shame, shame.
It would have been so yummy on this little road trip. We're going to our friends John and Heather's wedding, and it's located right off the cusp of Flushing, right?
I think so, yeah.
Apparently it's supposed to be a nice venue, according to Joe. We don't really have the same circle of friends. I think it's because they live in New York and whatever, so we might be like standing in the corner, the two of us eating hors d'oeuvres, just talking to each other. Hopefully that's not the case. We might know like two other people besides John and Heather. I do expect to dance though. I love dancing. So does this guy. He barely even danced at our own wedding.
What are you talking about? I was on the dance floor the whole night.
Actually he was busting a move. But yeah, hopefully we're not wallflowers just like standing in the corner twiddling our thumbs.
So I met John when I was working at advertising in New York City at Y&R, and he was one of the copywriters over there, and I was an art director. And so us being one of the few Asian ones, obviously became friends. Found out
Why obviously became friends?
because we're Asians.
It's ridiculous.
And then found out that he goes to church, and then we just were friends ever since. This was back in 07, so.
And then we met Heather together through John. So John and Heather, congratulations. We're so excited to see you get married. There it is. Hello, New York. So we're going through the toll right now to get into the city, and we have the Easy Pass. This will always forever remind me of the story of my sister's wedding. We were all there except for my dad and my grandmother and I think a couple other people, because he was taking them all into the city from Pennsylvania. There was some sort of game going on, so there was more people than usual, all backed up, lined up. And back then, he didn't have an Easy Pass. Over on the other side in New York, where my sister was getting married, we're all waiting for the father of the bride to appear so that he could walk my sister down the aisle. We're all blowing up his phone, trying to figure out where he is. And he nearly missed the beginning of the ceremony because he was stuck all frustrated in the back through this toll. He came just in the nick of time to get his boutonniere on and walk my sister down the aisle. Memories. We're passing by the city first because we're actually gonna stay over at his cousin's place for the next 2 nights. Not really nice of her, Nancy. Thank you. We have to stop by and pick up the key to our apartment first, though. Joe made a wrong turn, so now we have to drive through Chinatown. But it's kind of nice because it's reminiscent of my culinary school, which is not too far from here. It was located in Soho, near Chinatown. And I went to the French Culinary Institute, which is actually, it's called something else now. It's like the International Culinary Center or something. But so this area is very familiar and nostalgic for me. Not on the Brooklyn Bridge, but under it. We're finally back on track, key in hand, on the way towards Queens/Long Island. Do you think we're gonna be late?
We might be like 10 minutes late because I think there's more traffic now than before.
Oh no. I don't want to miss the ceremony, you know? We're rushing, we're trying our best.
Crazy.
What is that? It's like a dinosaur.
It is.
It's like a dinosaur twerking. I cannot handle driving through the city. He's doing a pretty decent job. A little stressed out, a little sweat, a little butt clenched. OMG, we made it, finally. That was a whole lot of traffic. That was no joke. Okay, so maybe we're not here. Ooh, pretty. Now we're finally here. Wow. These crazy trees. Oh my gosh, we made it. It's gorgeous. She's Louise, signing in. As you can tell, we're a little late. Sorry, John and Heather, we really tried our best. Way too much traffic. We're so late. And we're actually coming in behind the bride. At least we get to see her.
In the name of Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, and by the power vested in me by the state of New York, I now pronounce you husband and wife to make his bride.
So we left the wedding and we left Queens and we're in downtown Manhattan right now near the World Trade Center. We didn't really film much at the wedding because obviously for privacy reasons and also just to enjoy the wedding ourselves. We didn't know a lot of people, but we did get to know a lot of people and we saw a couple of familiar faces which were unexpected, and so that was good. And we enjoyed the food. It was really good. The cocktail hour food was especially tasty. So we pigged out on that because I was so hungry, and plus because we didn't get our Chick-fil-A chicken nuggets. Heather and John seemed so happy. They were so cute. And the cool thing was because it was a smaller, intimate wedding, we actually got a lot of times to talk to the bride and the groom, which doesn't usually happen in weddings. And then we had to figure out parking. So we knew we wouldn't really be able to find good overnight parking in the city for free, and we didn't want to deal with it. It was already like 12:30 by the time we left. So we ended up going to our old stomping grounds in Queens. It was actually my old apartment, but then Joe took over my lease and he lived there for a little bit. We ended up circling that area for a really long time, I would say a good 30 minutes, and we were going to just come into the city and figure it out there. And right when we gave up, we were pulling out to go towards the city, and then one magical, beautiful spot opened up, one car left. So we took it, and luckily we can park there for hopefully 2 nights without anything happening. But the truth is that when Joe did take over my lease and he was living there, he actually had his car broken into in that same neighborhood. So we're just hoping and praying that it's safe, because we can't keep an eye on it. Literally, we went on a subway last minute and we were on there until the very last stop. So it's kind of far. But I can't believe that used to be my commute, because I used to commute that far just to go to culinary school. So we're hoping, fingers crossed, that there's nothing wrong, nothing stolen, towed, broken into, damaged when we go pick up the car in 2 days. I'm pretty tired. It's been a long day of just being in the car and everything too. If you enjoyed watching this video, remember to push like, leave a comment down below, and subscribe to our channel. Thanks so much for watching.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.